pull the ripcord, right? And this is the idea of what happens when you tell a long rambling story, right? If you've gone through all the modules, you know you're not supposed to tell a long rambling story, but sometimes it happens. So what happens if you're in the middle of the story and you're like, uh-oh, it feels like I've been talking for 2 minutes, which probably means I've been talking for 5 minutes, and they're kind of like drifting off, or they're looking at their notes. Like, you can tell they're not engaged in your story. What do you do? And the challenge is most people kind of just fade, right? So they tell the story and they're like, well, yeah, anyway, like I know that's a lot. Sorry for going on so long. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of what we did, right? And it's kind of this sort of fading answer, which puts you into a negative energy state. Instead, what I would encourage you to do is have your one bullet version of the story. So you say, for every story in your inventory that you might tell, why am I telling this story? I'm telling a story because I want you to know that I'm an innovative product developer. I build great relationships with clients. I do what, right? So there is some very, very short bullet around why am I telling you this story? I want you to know that I have deep financial services expertise. I want you to know this. I want you to know something. That is why I'm telling you this story. And so write that bullet down. And then if you get into a story and you're like, whoa, I told way too much here, all you do is, again, you make it more of a positive. You go, oh, well, anyways, I mean, that's a lot of detail. It's probably more than you need today. I just get very excited when I talk about this. But what I'm really trying to say is, I have really deep financial services expertise, or, I'm really passionate about product innovation and development, or whatever it is. End of story, right? And so, and again, I had a couple of interview practices this week, and people really like that idea. So it's like ripcord. If that phrase doesn't make sense, that's the parachute, right? So if you jump out of an airplane, the ripcord is the thing you pull that lets the parachute out, and then you safely land slowly, right? So if you're not familiar with that one, that's what a ripcord literally is. It's when you jump out of an airplane and you need to like pull the ripcord. But from an interview perspective, always have that, because it is sort of your get out of jail free card.